I'm John.
I'm Paul.
And this is the 10-minute challenge.
Let's get to it.
All right. In this 10-minute challenge, we're going to be making full lattes. So these are 15 in, 36 out. I'm going to start making my first espresso. This is with the Londinium recipe, which is a recipe I like a lot for doing kind of chocolatey milked drinks. Over here, I'm using a scale in order to weigh out 150 mils of milk. And the reason I'm weighing it out is so I don't waste, but also so that I can use the Go steaming to save some time. Hopefully have the milk ready when the espresso is ready. So we're just about ready to start the first espresso. That's there. Okay. So I'm going to start that, get a cup under there. And then over here, get my 150 mils of milk and start it. Now I can start the next thing here.
So is this the first time we're doing the 10-minute latte challenge?
We have never done a 10-minute challenge, and I have in fact never practiced it. So that's kind of exciting. Okay, so that's the steaming stopping on its own at 18 seconds, and it's giving little pulses, the steam here. And this is just about to finish. Okay, and I'm going to stop that here, take this out. That espresso is just finished. There's my beautiful milk texture, and I'm going to ruin it all with amateurish latte art. All right, that is not the worst latte art of my life. And since I'm on camera, I'm going to settle for not the worst.
I think it looks good. Good blend. The microphone looks good.
Okay. All right, what I want to do is get that next espresso going, because the espresso recipe that we're doing is kind of long. That was almost 40 seconds.
Okay, is that normal?
That is normal for this kind of lever shot because it has a 10-second pre-infusion on it. And it's a slow-flowing shot because it's supposed to be thick and chocolatey. So let me make sure I've got my thermometer on, and off that goes. Then the next one goes in here. Okay. That was slightly more beans than I want. That was 15.36. So that hopefully will stop at 18 seconds, which will be at the temperature we want. And that is bang on. We are at exactly 60 Celsius, which is where I wanted. And the espresso is just finished. Milk texture already still again looking quite nice. Notice that the espresso machine has auto purged without me having to do anything. So I just hit stop and I walk away and it purges. So that saves some time in there. All right, I've got the next espresso almost ready to go, but I don't know how I'm doing for time. Only managed 2 so far.
We are 3 minutes 30 seconds in.
All right, so I'm slightly more than 1 minute an espresso. Considering that I was hoping to get 5 done in 10 minutes, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that's gonna do that. And my workflow is get the espresso started, then weigh out the milk, then start it. And I'm hoping that that kind of works out to the right thing. So once again, 150 mils, hit start, and then that. Notice I'm using 2 portafilters so that I can get the next one prepped while everything's running. And right now everything is running. I'm steaming and making espresso at the same time.
So this is so you're, I guess, not stopping.
Okay, so that
efficient.
Is slightly overheated. Okay, in fact it's quite overheated. I'm not happy about that. Now the reason that has overheated is because there was still some retained milk from the previous one. So I am not super happy with that. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of cold milk because otherwise that's going to ruin the flavor. Okay, we're down to 62 now, which is where I want to be. The foam texture is good, but I had some retained milk from the previous one. And that is more like a cappuccino foam, a little thicker than I'd want. So I could definitely practice getting more consistency on the foam. we are ready to work on the next espresso. All right, so I kind of screwed up there. I should have started that grinding and I wasn't paying attention. So now I'm kind of sitting around and my workflow is a little bit messed up. So that's going to cost me a bit of efficiency.
Still have a lot of time, still have 4 minutes 30 left.
Okay.
And we are 3 drinks in.
Yeah, well, 2 minutes a drink is where I thought we would land. If I beat that estimate, I'll be pretty happy, actually. Okay, so that's going there. Definitely helps to have the cups right there. We didn't have them there in a previous iteration, and running around was not a good idea. Okay, this scoop is working out well because it's giving me almost exactly the way I need. And I do have another portafilter sitting here, so it can start grinding and doing its thing. And then over here, now notice I use the thermometer, and it's a good thing I did, because on that milk I screwed up and I would have given the customer a way too hot espresso, a way too hot latte.
Yeah.
And that's not good. It's definitely happened to me in cafes where I've gotten drinks that were way too hot. Okay. That steam is almost done. I'm hoping it's going to time out, which it has. So that's exactly what I want to hear. I want to hear the steam stop, and just as it stops, it starts to beep. So that's pretty awesome when that happens. Now, I kind of have my stuff together right now, so... I said that and then I screwed up. That's a jinx. So, that's okay. That is the 10-minute challenge, warts and all. All right, so that goes on the ground, and I had another rag right here. So, and that's another bad miss.
It's like real life situations.
All right, so that milk there is still good, and I'm making my next espresso. So I think I just kind of got too rushed. I think I need to work on having one flow and I don't deviate from it. 15.00. So I've got my next portafilter there. It seems to work best is the milk is done when the espresso is done. Okay.
Nice.
So that's that one there. I do not get awards for my latte art, but the drinks will taste nice.
I like how the milk was still very pourable, even though it was sat there for a while.
That's true. Now, ideally, I would have left the foam in the steam wand because it puffs it as it goes and keeps it textured. Okay? So that's there. And this is the latte that I just have spilled all over myself. So clean that mug and hit a start. There.
So just going on to that little purge, little spurts from the milk jug, steam one when you're finished steaming, that's like essentially to take away the motion of swirling your milk jug all the time, I guess.
It is to take it away, but mostly it's to keep the milk, it's to keep the milk textured when you're not watching it. Now, I have to remember, and I've done this again now, that if I have the timer on, I do need to hit the stop button in order to purge it. All right. So my espresso is just finished. I'm trying to load up the next one. My scoop is working out really well. It's 15.06 grams, straight scoop.
We are at 50 seconds left.
Okay. And I hit stop on that. So that could have been a better latte art. Well, we are managing 5 despite a kind of massive cock up in the middle. So I would have had 6 if I hadn't spilled stuff everywhere. But I have my 6th one here started. We'll just see how far we get. There. And there we are there. How How down to the wire are we here?
We have just gone over 10.
We have gone over 10, so that is as many as I've done. If I had an extra minute, I would have gotten 6, but you know, 5 with 1 on the ground and the 6th one almost finished. I think we can safely say that 1 latte every 2 minutes is an actual doable thing. Probably more if you don't spill them on the ground. So thanks, tune in to the next 10-minute challenge. And this one is for me to drink. See you later.
Bye-bye.